my dire need is a pass rusher right now. That's my dire need. They need somebody to rush the passer. I mean, an impact player. I want a player that, people look at him like, damn, who are we going to be able to block him?
How can we block him?
Right.
What are we going to do?
We don't have that.
Right. Nice.
You know what I mean?
Now, the stream is arguing about Jalen Hurts amongst themselves, but there was also a question up there, and I'm wondering this too. Brandon Brooks, like what was the deal? Does anybody know?
No.
And I mean, they can't really count on him for next year, can they?
No.
That's where I'm at, right? I mean,
that's one thing about Father Time. He's undefeated.
Yeah.
And when he's playing, he's one of the best guards I've ever seen play.
Mm-hmm. When he's right.
Playing.
Yeah,
when he's right. He's a dominating offensive lineman. Dominating. You know what I'm saying? He rolls people up. And this year, he was going to be even better because you can see how much weight he lost, how agile he became.
Right.
So he not only became a bruiser, but he was a quick bruiser. He was quicker at what he was doing. So he was better as a player this year. More explosive. But see, that's the problem with these big time athletes. When you're a banger like that, because you're banging people and really, being a one of those players that just nasty, your body is going to the extremes doing all that stuff. And that's how you get hurt most of the time. It's the nature of, playing a gladiator sport.
Right.
You're just going to get banged up, banging people up. I think that's what happened. I think he ripped his quad muscle,
tricep or something.
Yeah, tricep muscle. Yeah,
bicep, tricep. I don't know.
Yeah.
What happened with Lane Johnson yesterday?
They say he hurt his knee.
Oh, okay. Bad?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. Did you know that? I didn't even see him get hurt.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So I just looked up and see one there
after the game. All right, we got to take a look at some of these coaching vacancies. Right now, Mike McCarthy is still employed, but I see Joe Banner tweeting here saying that he's helping a few teams with their coaching searches.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's got a little consulting. That's the greatest gig, to be the consultant. Like, that's my dream, is to just be a consultant. Awesome. He says, I have 6 coaches that I am recommending as the top 6 in my opinion. 4 of the 6 are minorities. Change is coming soon, even if it's not all we hope for this year. I have never been able to say this so confidently before. Now, right now, since there are 8 openings, there's 24 head coaches, and I think there's only 1 that is a minority.
Right.
1 out of 24. Now we'll see what happens over these 8, and could be 9. It could be 9 openings. Who knows? I still think that Dallas or some other team might still make a move, but I thought that was kind of interesting.
Where do you see? Who do you think is going to fill a position first?
I don't know. I mean, I looked at NFL.com. If you're interested in this, does a pretty good job of putting them all together. Like, they've got a coaching and GM tracker. So they just start with Carolina. They're looking for an offensive coordinator. And then they list the 3 candidates that I guess they're going to interview. And they'll even list if they've already interviewed for the position. The Chicago Bears head coach and general manager. Now, for the head coach, the Bears are looking at Bowles, Caldwell, Dayball, Eberflus, who I've never heard of. He's the Colts defensive coordinator. Yeah, Matt Eberflus.
Yep.
They're looking at Brian Flores, Leslie Frazier, Nathaniel Hackett, Byron Leftwich, Doug Peterson, and Dan Quinn. Doug Peterson is only listed in here for 2 head coaching positions. Do you find that kind of amazing?
I do.
Chicago and Jacksonville are the only ones, I guess, that have indicated that they either have interviewed with him or will interview him.
Okay.
Like, Miami doesn't list him. Denver doesn't list him. Houston. Minnesota. I kind of find that pretty amazing. The Giants haven't even sent, I guess, Ian Rappaport any of their candidates list. All they have here is their general manager candidates.
Well,
I
we
find
didn't
that
know
pretty amazing.
we didn't know anything about our coach, Sirianni.
Right.
So I mean, it happened. Doug, we didn't know Doug was even interviewing until he was hired.
Well, we knew he was interviewing. I remember Schefter broke it, but because then it was like that's the only team that's looking at Doug Peterson was the Eagles, and it was like, whoa, that's kind of weird.
Right.
You know, how's that possible?
Well, have you heard anything about where Bieniemy is?
Bieniemy is only listed here in one, and that's in Denver.
Okay.
Denver's looking at Bieniemy, Brian Callahan, Jonathan Gannon, Luke Getsy, who's the Packers QB coach, Aaron Glenn, Nathaniel Hackett,
Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, Aaron Glenn.
The DB from he's what defensive coordinator for the Lions right now.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's out. I think he's going to leave. Nathaniel Hackett, Gerard Mayo, Kellen Moore, Kevin O'Connell, and Dan Quinn. That's for Denver. So no Doug Peterson there.
I see Mayo going somewhere also.
Gerard Mayo, the Patriots inside linebackers coach.
Yeah, he's not even the defensive coordinator. In fact, what's his name's son? The head coach's son is the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Belichick's son with the mullet. Yeah, he did not have a good night Saturday night.
No, not at
all.
The
mullet had a bad night. Yeah.
Yeah, he was pissed too.
That game was not competitive. I mean, there were 3 games that were not competitive. The Eagles, the Patriots, and the Steelers.
And all 3 teams were supposed to lose.
Right. And tonight's game, I think, is going to be really good. I think it's going to be close.
Oof.
I took Arizona plus the 4.
And I told you I'm going with the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a great game, really.
I had the Chiefs minus 12.5 last night. San Francisco. I lost picking the Eagles in the pool. Like I told you that. Right.
I still can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. But I mean, I was a big fan of this team, man. I'm still a big fan of this team. They were supposed to lose.
But I'm a fan of the offensive line.
Yeah. I'm still a fan of Hurts.
I'm a fan of Devontae Smith. They think he's underutilized.
Yes.
I like Goddard. He drops balls every now and then, but I'm okay with him. I'm okay with the quarterback, but I'm not set at quarterback.
Right.
I like the guy.
Like Kel Gotti said, would I be upset if they drafted O-line or D-line? If they took and drafted 2 edge rushers and an offensive lineman, I wouldn't be mad at that draft.
No.
I wouldn't be mad.
No.
Even though I need a linebacker, my dire need is a pass rusher right now. That's my dire need. They need somebody to rush the passer. I mean, an impact player. I want a player that, people look at him like, damn, who are we going to be able to block him?
How can we block him? Yeah.
Right.
What are we going to do?
We don't have that.
Right.
Bruh,
I'm
when
with
you
you.
play when you play the Chargers, they have that guy.
Bosa. Yeah.
When you play the Raiders, they have that guy.
Yeah, Crosby.
When you play
Ngakoue,
the Steelers, they have that
TJ Watt. He had a big play last night. He scored their first touchdown.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
No. I'm with you.
That's what we're lacking, man. We don't have and you look at all the dominant defenses we've had here. We've had a guy. We had the Freak. We had I would take Mamula right now. You know what I'm saying? Mamula will at least give you 8 to 9 sacks a year.
Yeah.
What
did your guy Barnett have this year?
I think 5.
5? Boy, I'll tell you what. He had more penalties than sacks.
Oh, yeah. Well, that goes without saying.
Now, do you think he's done it as an Eagle? Are they done with him? I think they are too.
And watch, some fool team is going to pay him, and he's going to go out there and ball.
Yeah, you watch.
It's going to be an instant Pro Bowler as soon as he gets there, too.
Yeah, he'll end up in the division, too. Yeah.
Like 12, 13
Giants.
sacks.
We'll go up to the Giants and put up double-digit numbers. Yeah.
We can't block him.
Right. Who is this guy?
Right.
It's not the guy that played for us.
Right.
All right, here, yeah, sacks. You know, he only had 2 sacks this year.
Oh my God. Come on, man.
2.
Come on. Come on.
Five and a
Come on.
half last year. 6
5
and a
had a year
half.
before that.
6 and a half the year before that. 2019 was his number 1 year. 6 and a half sacks. 2 and a half, then 5 as a rookie. You know, when you got 5 as a rookie, you're sitting there saying, okay, you know, I could see him taking that jump next year and getting 8 to 10.
Yes.
You know, never happened. He was injured a lot his second year.
Yes,
he only played in 6 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. I mean, look, we don't have that guy. I mean, even you go to Dallas, they have that guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You go to Washington, they have that guy. We don't have that guy.
I mean, did you
Brandon
listen?
will be back.
Who?
Brandon Graham will be back. He'll give us a little bit.
Yeah. Did you hear they were giving Milton Williams some love on the broadcast yesterday?
Yes, they
Joe
were.
Buck was very complimentary of Milton's season as a rookie.
I told you. I told you, man. Like, and people got mad when I made my comparison. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad because I see stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Your comparison with John Randall, right?
With same body type,
mm-hmm.
has the potential. The same potential. If he can get that same mindset that John Randall felt it was him against the world. You know, coming out of Texas A&I Kingsville.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody expected him to play.
That's where Darrell Green went.
That's where Darrell Green went. That's where Jermaine Mayberry went.
Is that right?
That's where Juan Castile got his start.
Wow.
He was a linebacker at Texas A&I Kingsville.
Wow.
Yeah.
What does A&I mean? Agriculture and what?
I don't know. Industry.
A&I?
Yeah. Institute, I think.
Yeah. Wow.
Texas A&I.
A&I. Yep. Texas A&I University. What does it stand for? Yeah, Kingsville. Now it's Texas A&M University, Kingsville.
Is it?
Yeah, they changed it. I remember that.
Oh, okay.
Arts and Industries. Texas College of Arts and Industries.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like an easy one to get into.
You know, the arts and industries, they're actually hard, like Colorado School of Mines.
Oh, that's different. Yeah, that's tough.
That's like upper. You get a degree from there, you're guaranteed to start your workforce at 6 digits.
Yeah.
To start off.
Is that right?
Yeah. And talking to them, you know, I had to interview the coaches and everything. He said, man, it's hard to recruit athletes here because, you know, first of all, it's so hard to get in.
Right.
And, you know, it's like getting MIT, you know, along that level.
Right.
And they also say, you know, you can't just tell those guys something because they want to know why all the time. It can't just be because you said so. They want to know why they're doing this. It helps them, you know, go out there and accomplish it if they knew why it was going on. And they also know none of these guys are going to go to the NFL, but they understand once they leave this school, their degree will get them in the door anywhere. Wow. At any job. You know, they say those guys come out making $100,000, $200,000 a year.
That's interesting.
Right.
Yeah. Boy, Ryan Kerrigan, he had less than 5 tackles the entire season.
It ended up with what? 2 sacks.
Unbelievable, man. Really incredible. You know,
and I didn't know he was playing as much as he was. He was playing like 40 to 50% of the snaps all year.
Yeah, well, he played a lot of snaps this past game because of obviously Sweat not being there.
Right.
But yeah, that's crazy. Like you put him and Wilson were probably the 2 biggest whiffs in the offseason for Howie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no question about it. Especially Eric Wilson.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, he had me fooled, man. He had me fooled. He told us, yeah, you know, I'm heading into this, you know, season mentally prepared, physically prepared. You know, I went from being, you know, eating meat to now being a vegan. You know, I train Taekwondo and martial arts to make me quicker and more explosive.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay then. Man, got out there, didn't bust a grape seed, bro.
No.
Nothing.
Zero.
Did nothing. I just knew he was going to do something.
Kerrigan actually only played 35 snaps yesterday.
See?
There were 72 defensive snaps, and he played half of them.
Wow. Well, look at Joey B. Joey B said Colorado School of Mines, graduates are guaranteed $100K a year. I told you, man.
Wow.
Instantly leaving out the door. I remember I was a lineman. I was interviewing him. He said, yeah, he had left and went and got him a job. And at the job, he was making over $100K a year, but decided he couldn't get football out of the system.
Mm-hmm.
Came back and finished a year of playing football with him. After leaving and going to get that job, came back and played. And guaranteed to go back and get more than $100K.
Really?
Yeah.
Man. Now, yesterday, did you pick Jalen Reagor as your standout player before the game? So what kind of flack did you get afterwards?
Oh, what do you mean afterwards? I got it before when I picked him.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Why don't you leave that young man alone? You've just totally ruined his career. You picking him?
Oh, it's your fault.
Yeah,
it's your fault." Is that what Seth was saying?
That's what Seth said.
Yeah. Why don't you just leave that young man alone?
You cursed that young man. You have cursed him. He can't get out his own way right now because of you.
Oh man. I did see Seth had a nice suit outfit on yesterday.
He always got a nice suit on, man. It's
good.
like an olive green.
I like the shirt you had on.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, it was like multicolored stripe kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it's purple, had the purple stripes in it and green. And yeah, when you give him a little something before I left. Yeah, give him a little something before I left, man. Yeah. Knowing it was going to be the last game, the last hurrah.
You knew it.
I was hoping, man. I had a feeling, man. I had a feeling they were going to be go out there and be competitive. But it just happened to be indigestion. That's what it was.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. I was really embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. And how about the weather? Here we're sitting here saying that it was going to be bad weather. That bad weather blew out of there in the morning. It was fine. It was windy, a little windy, but man, it was nothing.
It was gorgeous out there.
Yeah.
And you see that field, man. You could play golf on that field. That's how nice that field was. Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They put a tarp over it so it wasn't wet.
Mm-hmm.
That was great playing conditions.
Go out there with a nice Vokey 60-degree wedge. Yeah. With a little 8 degrees of bounce on it.
Right. So you can kick it up.
Hit that trail edge. Don't dig that leading edge into the turf. Just hit that trail edge. Hit some wedge shots.
How you lose it?
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, I was watching it last night because it was on until about 10:30, 11 o'clock until they finished in Hawaii. It was a playoff.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Well, this year, man,
better than watching that Steelers game, I can tell you that.
Right. Now, I watched all of that.
Yeah.
But this year, man, after we get off our shows, I'm gonna start coming down there and taking some lessons, man, out there by you.
Yeah.
I'm
absolutely.
Let's
do it.
Go through the course with you a little bit. Talk through it. Get the finer points. I'm not gonna necessarily go to play golf. I'm gonna go to learn golf. That's what my whole mindset has changed. I'm going to learn golf instead of just playing golf.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got to take a more analytical viewpoint on how to put balls where they're supposed to be, to just trying to smack the ball and send it wherever. God knows.
Just leave that one iron at home.
Right.
Okay. That's you're probably 6 shots better by just doing that.